What's up, guys? Zaid here, and today I was playing Burning Abyss on Dueling Book Ranked. Right now, I'm against a guy that's 371, I'm 300, and I kind of had a very fun match, so I decided to go over the replay. I'm going to turn the volume off, it's kind of annoying. But as you see, he's playing Tri-Brigade. I won the die roll, which isn't that important to me, honestly. I'm playing 40 cards, and 15 of them are hand traps, so I don't really mind if I lose the die roll. In this hand in particular, I didn't have a good hand trap, or I had a good hand trap. I didn't have a good amount of hand traps. But looking at his hand, he had multiple hand traps, but none that are that great against my deck in particular. Imperm is fine for your following turn, but Imperm doesn't really hit BA unless I open with the Tour Guide or a Fiendish Rhino Warrior. But like I said, I started off going first, so I just revealed a special summon a Rubik, and then I revealed a special summon an Alec, and then overlay these two right into a Dante, and then Dante effect for 3 paying cost. I guess like he could hypothetically gamma the Dante effect, but it wouldn't be that good. And then right here, I thought pretty hard on if I even wanted to activate Libic or not, but I ended up deciding to so that I could chain block the graph. But then that kind of put me in a zone where I had to hope to draw a Burning Abyss off of the Desires in order to really have a play. But I decided to I guess, gamble on it, and you'll see it kind of pays off. So I summoned the Rubik out, summoned the Seer out, and the Rubik can't be destroyed by his own effect because Libic negates their effects. I don't even remember if that comes up or not. And then I activate Desires. There's no Ash, so it resolves. We draw into the Tour Guide and the Farfa. I reveal Farfa, special summon him, and then overlay these two for a second Dante. No effect of him because I already have a Scarm in circulation off of my mill. My mill is insane. The Libic to chain block the graph to get its effect, and the Scarm. So like two Burning Abyss monsters that do nothing on their own, Alec and Rubik, turned into like infinite advantage. But I decided to link away one of the Dantes and the Seer to summon IP. And then chain link 1 is Seer on Dante. Chain link 2 is Dante on Seer. So I add Seer back, summon back the Dante. And then here I overlay these into the Utopic. And then go into the Utopic Draco Future. Which this card, if you don't know what he does, I believe he's like brand new. He's from Lightning Overdrive, I think. And he cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. And then once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can detach one from this card, negate the activation, and if that card is on the field, gain control of it. And that's a permanent gain control, by the way. It's not no weak-ass Widow Anchor shit where we got to give it back. It becomes our card. And so now I'm protected from the Gamma as I summon my Tour Guide, because I still haven't normal summoned yet. So I get out of Farfa. We overlay these into Dante, and then we special summon Beatrice. I forgot to discard the Seer, but I remember that I forgot to discard the Seer right here during the end phase. I go Scarm, and then I recollect that I was supposed to discard Seer, so I discard the Seer and I just search a Seer. So then we ended on a Utopic Draco Future, and a Beatrice, and an IP, and a set Imperm. So 4 interruptions that this guy is going to have to try to play through. And he didn't gamma any of my plays, but there was never an opportune time for him to. So I'm keeping in mind that he has it, and I don't plan on using... Oh, I don't know he has it, but keeping in mind that it is played, and so I kind of just wait for him. He imperms the Draco Future, and so I'm not going to play into that fucking Psy-Frame Gamma. Once he plays this tanky, we know that he's on Tri-Brigade. There's no way we're doing anything until it is not able to be gammaed. So he goes Fractal into Kit, into Nerval effect for Fractal. And then he's going to normal summon the Fractal. And here I Beatrice paying cost of the Farfa. So the reason that I even tour guided for Farfa and then did the whole play this way was for this. I detach his cost of Farfa. So if he were to have a, if he were to have an Ash, my Farfa would still resolve. Although here, I think he technically misplayed, but he probably didn't realize that he could have even done this. Because I paid cost as Farfa, he could have pitched this DD Crow, banish the Farfa. and then my Farfa wouldn't resolve, and I have 2 Farfa in Grave, and he doesn't know this, but 1 in Banished. Oh wait, do I not have 1 in Banished? Where's my other one? Because I thought I didn't have one when I looked at my deck when I did this play. Maybe I did have 1 in deck, and I'm an idiot. So maybe he didn't misplay. Maybe Farfaing there would have been bad. But anyways, I get to send the Scarm and then get the Farfa to banish the Fractal. But he also might have been thinking that he needed the Caress discard. So he uses Caress, pitches the Crow, summons, and then I go into IP's effect, using that and the Beatrice to summon the Unicorn. The reason I chose to use the Beatrice is because Draco Future seems like a much more powerful card. Even though this turn it's negated, next turn it'll be live, so it could stop a Gamma, it could stop an Ash, it could stop cards that prevent me from killing him that turn. And so we Unicorn, discarding Seer to spin the Caress back, and then Unicorn 1, Dante 2, because Dante was under the Unicorn. I mean, not the Unicorn, the Beatrice. So I get to spin his guy back, special summon my Dante out, and he just sets a Revolt, which is still a very good situation for him to have all the names, everything, and a Revolt. But then he just passes. So I draw an Availer, which doesn't really matter. We link the Unicorn and the Dante into access code. On resolution, my Dante is going to add Libic, and he's going to activate Revolt, which is going to special summon Nerval, Kit, Fractal, and the Banished Fractal, I think. Yeah. And then he's going to go 4 into the Omen. And then he thinks he's slick here. He tries chain blocking me with Kit, so I can't negate any of his relevant effects. But I have Imperm set, so fuck it. And then he scoops instantly. Going into game 2, I kind of hate that on the replays you can't see what's being sided, but I guess that's probably because I think it's the same replay for both players. Like if you hit view replay and you're either him or I think you get the same link, but I don't know actually. But what I ended up siding in were 3 Artifact Lancia, 3 Gamma, and a Driver. And I didn't take any of my hand traps out. I took out engine cards. So this put me at 21 hand traps out of my 40 cards in deck. And looking at his opening hand, he has a Revolt, Nerval, Gamma, Caress, and an Imperm, which isn't that bad if I didn't open the fucking most broken hand on planet Earth. Ash Blossom, Lancia, Ghost Bell, Imperm. Name a better hand. There's not a better hand that could be had. So we go main 1. He summons Nerval, and then he links it into the Almirage. Here I'm thinking I could either A, Ash this card, or B, allow it to resolve. And then whenever he commits to a Tri-Brigade on board, I could just drop the Lancia. But I have been playing Tri-Brigade recently, and I feel like if your play is normal summon Nerval, that's all you really have gas-wise. And so I decided to just Ash it. And so I just dropped the Ash right here, and he literally just scoops the duel. He has a monster on board, so he wasn't able to Gamma it. But so here, he's in the Almirage puts him in such a bad position. I don't know if there's a better thing he could have done, but like, damn. Because he can't Gamma me because of it. The Revolt's not live. Yeah, he couldn't do anything. And then on my following turn, though, if he would have just set Imperm, he had a good chance of living. He probably was just salty because I shat on him the first game. And then, but like, he could have set Imperm. He could have just set Imperm, set Revolt. Revolt's not live, so maybe you don't set it. But in Fear, Twin Twister, or Feather Duster, I don't play those cards in the main, but I do main Twin Twister, but I sided them out. Which, by the way, if you want to see a deck profile, I'll probably post one ASAP. I'm still testing the deck, though. But if he would have Imperm my tour guide, I literally didn't have a play. My tour guide would swing over Almirage, and then I would pass. And then his Gamma would be live, and he would just have to draw an engine card. It sucks that he, like, salt scooped, because the game's never over till your life point's at 0. Although my hand was, like, actually the tits. I probably wouldn't have set Imperm. I most likely would have just passed. Reason being that if I draw into BAs, I can't... Oh, there's no world where I'm drawing multiple cards, actually, and going to have 2 BA names out of nowhere. So I probably would set the Imperm with the tour guide on board, just pass. But Needless to say, we waxed Tri-Gate 2-0 victory. They didn't even get to compete. I don't know why they tried playing Burning Abyss best deck. So yeah, that's what I got for you right now. Thanks for watching. Like and sub.